When I arrived in Paris, Bojan was one of the first people I met, and Simon was one of the first musicians I really, was excited to go and listen to. I started playing young, young. I was playing at 16. I was playing in pubs.
Okay.
Even though I shouldn't have been there, I wasn't old enough to be there usually. But I was playing a lot. I was playing, twice a week in clubs, every week for I don't know, 2 or 3 years. So when I arrived in France, although I hadn't really studied music properly. I had stamina. I could play the bass for a long time. So I was busy because people, they always need a bass player, right? So so it started that way. But then, I used to look at what was happening in Paris, and I would see who was playing, a friend of mine gave me the Jazz Hut magazine. I don't know if you know this, Jazz Hut. And I looked at the back page and I saw who's playing in Paris in a week, and all my favorite bass players were there, So it was just an exciting place to think about coming to. So that was it. So I came, and then I met all these players and decided that I wanted to be a musician, and stayed. Bojan arrived at the same time from Yugoslavia, so we kind of hooked up as students, and went out and listened to a lot of jazz in Paris. He was already quite a phenomenal, musician, piano player. So the friendship, started there. So we played together and hang out together and listen to a lot of music at each other's houses and stuff, Then he kind of obviously went off on his own musical career, playing with like Point Texier, people like that. And then for Simon Goubert, it's a little different. Simon's a few years older than Bojan and myself. And at the time, we used to go to clubs in Paris, like the club Le Stache or Oal. And we used to go and listen to Simon playing, and we just loved his playing. For us, he was like the greatest French drummer you could see playing live, who had all these influences, which reminded you of the great Americans, Elvin Jones or Roy Haynes, Philly Joe Jones, and Simon. He has all this in his playing, so it's really exciting to listen to Simon. When I arrived in Paris, Bojan was one of the first people I met, and Simon was one of the first musicians I really, was excited to go and listen to. I kept in touch with Bojan over the years, although there was quite a long time we didn't play together. And I think I saw him. I have my own large ensemble, which is called the PV, and we were playing in Sceaux, in Les Gémeaux, the Théâtre Les Gémeaux, and he was playing like the week before with Michel Portal, and I went by just to listen to the music, to listen to the concert, and at the end we saw each other and okay, and we had a drink, together, a little glass of wine, and then we just kept in touch, and then the idea came. So I thought it'd be cool to hear Bojan playing in a context which is quite relaxed, with blues and stuff like that, or simple forms at times. And then Simon, I actually, back in the 90s, I did a couple of rehearsals with him, but my feeling was this is just, if there's one drummer I really want to play with one day, it's Simon Goubert. So that was in one, and then so the idea came together because Simon also I came across recently, and I thought, why don't I try and put a trio together with Simon and Bojan? So I rang them both and I proposed, and I said, I got this idea. Do you want to give it a try? So we organized a rehearsal. I wrote some new tunes, got together, and it was fantastic.